that thanks for that trivia. So we're going to go over here and I want to show you a couple of things. I was asked about moving around the links. They said, why would you move around the links? What do you want to move around the links for? And why do you want to turn them off? In the home page, you control everything that's on the front page of the app. This is considered the front page or the home page or whatever you want to call it. And many of you hear me talk about above the fold. So this, anything above the bottom of the phone is above the fold. Now, in Google's mobile metrics, and we taught this probably 3 or 4 years ago, they talk about the number of buttons that a person should have on the front of a phone. Everything else should go into a menu. And we have the opportunity and the ability to put a menu on our apps. This is your typical business card. When I created the typical business card back in 2012, I used Google's mobile metrics exactly in order to build and develop this business card. Google says you should not have more than 6 buttons that are visible on the front of the app. So, and keep everything above the fold. So you can see here, if I scroll up and down, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, when I create an app, I always take the home and previous button off the app. That was one of the questions I had. How do you remove the home and previous button off of the front of the app? You simply go into settings. You're going to come down here and you're going to go to footer. Okay. This is considered a footer. Now the footer is controlled in the colors, and we're not going to go through colors and settings tonight. Okay. We did a whole training on it last week. This is considered the footer. Everything down on the bottom here is considered a footer. We can put a tab, a title bar down there. Okay. You can see the title bar right there. Now, I don't do that, okay? We can put a button bar down there. So this is all on the footer. Now, what I like to do is I like to put a tab bar on the bottom of in the footer, and I remove everything else. So how do you remove those things? Well, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to come up here, and we're going to go to shopping cart, and we're going to hit remove. Okay, that's what's on the button bar. Now there's nothing in the button bar, and you can see that that's removed. We're going to remove the title bar. Okay, you can put it only on home page, all pages, only sub pages. I'm going to show you that in a minute when we hit that button bar that we're looking at right there. Okay, we're going to say none. Now the title bar, you just hit none. You don't remove anything. The title bar is either turned on or turned off. So let's hit none. Let's hit save. And you can see the only thing I have left here is the tab bar. I use the tab bar just about on everything. Okay, I use the button bar for call to actions at the top of the screen. Very, very seldom do I put a button bar or anything else on the bottom of the screen. I do put images, okay, on the bottom of the screen sometimes, depending on what I want to do. And the size of the image, I'll put that on the bottom of the screen. But and what I'll do is I'll run ads down here. Okay, I'll run an ad, maybe a 50 by 500 pixel ad, 500 wide, about 50 to 75 high. Drop an ad in there and make it a clickable link. So right here we've got the tab bar. Okay, in the tab bar you've got home, and you can put anything on here you want, and you got previous. All right. What I do is I come up to tab bar settings and I put it only on sub pages. Now I can hide it. I can do anything I want to with it, but I put it only on sub pages. A sub page is anything except what? Anything except the home page. Everything after the home page is a sub page. So when you're flipping down through here, you can say only home page, all pages, or none. You can hide it. Why do I put it only on the sub pages and not only the home page? Because it's a what? It's a home button and it's a previous button. So you're already on the home page and you're not going to go to a previous page from the home page. So we're going to hide that. Okay, so we're going to put it only on the sub pages. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to come to preview. I'm going to hit reload. And you can see it's gone. So now how many buttons do I have on the home page? I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything is above the fold. I could add one more button to this if I wanted to, and have 7 buttons on here. But what happens is you drop the button down here below the home screen triangle, and sometimes depending on how long the text is. So anything over this, I like putting into a menu, okay? I like putting into a menu. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the home screen triangle. I don't put a 7th button on here, okay, so that it's not hid by the home screen triangle. Now, can you remove the home screen triangle? Yes, you can. You can just simply go to Save Home Screen Triangle. You can say no, and you can turn that off. Hit Reload, and it's gone. I like having it on, okay? So let's turn that on. All right, we're going to reload. And you have the home screen triangle back. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the home screen triangle. All right, so let's come over here. Go back to settings. Make sure you always save everything. Last week I put a mobile number where I put it on this tab bar right here. How did I do that? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go link to web pages and phone numbers. It's the 3rd tab down, link to web pages and phone numbers. Simply go in here. We're going to add a new link. Now, you can see that this is a phone. This is an actual, probably the business phone or whatever. Now, some people use their cell phone as their business phone and so forth. But so here you've got the title. You've got the change the icon. And we're going to call a phone number. But this is going to be our cell phone. So I simply come up. Now, there's like 5 million icons in here. I keep everything very simple so I can build an app in 5 minutes. I use smartphone 11. It's always right here at the top. And I put the number in. I hit save. Now, a phone number is a phone number is a phone number. It doesn't matter if it's a phone number for a cell phone. It doesn't matter if it's a phone number for anything else. And let me show you right here the coding. See TEL colon, okay? TEL and a colon. What that tells is that tells the phone to open up the phone system so that it can call that number. All right, so that it can call that number. Now, if that was going to be SMS, okay, if we wanted to make that SMS, we simply can come in here, okay, and we can add somebody to text you. And I always like to put an SMS box. All right. We're going to select text phone number. All right. Remember, we selected telephone number down here. Text phone number is going to be SMS. So let me put it in here. It puts the code in it automatically. You don't have to worry about that. Now I can come down here and I can go edit, and you can see SMS. So if you're wondering if it's a text number or a telephone number, just simply open it up and look at the link, okay? Now, if we come over here and we go to preview, you can see that it added these buttons down here. There's the cell phone number and there's the text, okay? I want to remove those. So I'm going to come over here to HTML pages. I'm sorry, to home page. I'm going to go to links. I'm going to simply turn these off. This is why you want to turn things off, because you want to keep everything above the fold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to put these on this tab bar right here. I'm going to remove them from here. Why? Because I don't want all those buttons down there. I want people to be able to reach out and see it. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to header. I'm going to go to tab bar. I'm going to add a new link. I'm going to go select. We're going to say carry. Okay, this is the cell phone. There's my cell phone icon. Okay, and then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say add a new link. We're going to go carry. And that's the SMS. Now, I like to keep everything in order. If it's a phone, if everything's a phone deal, I'm going to put it on the phone deal, okay? So I'm going to go call us. Then I'm going to put carry. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put the SMS, okay, so they can text me. Now, let's say that I want to change the carry on here. I can do that directly from right here. All I have to do is put text. And you can see that changed that, okay? So I'm going to come up here and save that. And I've added call us, carry, text, email us, and share. Now, something I'd like to do when I get a lot of buttons on there is this live. What does this live mean? Is the training live? Edward, is the training live? If that's the question, yes, we are. Live and in Technicolor. Okay, there's the call. We're gonna just change that to call. We're gonna take off the us. All right. I'm gonna hit save. We're gonna go to preview. We're live every single Wednesday night unless something major comes up, which it does every now and then, but very, very seldom. Okay, here's our call us button. Here's our cell phone button. Here's our SMS button, our email button, and our Facebook share. If you put too many buttons up here, it gets kind of crowded. So I'll show you what I like to do sometimes. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to settings. And I'm going to remove this text button right here. I'm going to come down here to button bar. I'm going to add a new link. I'm going to get the SMS button. Okay. Click here to text me. All right. I'm going to hit add. Now let me show you what I'm going to do here real quick. This is anytime you see an arrow. Okay, anytime you see an arrow right here, all you have to do is drag it where you want it. I want it above the image, okay? So I'm going to put it above the image. Okay, above the image. All right, above the image. And now I've got a button bar up here that I've got a call to action because maybe I want people to text me. I want more people to text me and do those kind of things. I want more information. Maybe they want more information. Maybe I like text. I'd rather them text me than call me. So as we all know, and we talk about this all the time, we read from left to right. This is in the States. I know, you know, your Asian countries probably read from right to left, but we read from left to right, and we read left to right from top to bottom. So this is the first thing they're going to see. We're going to come down here. We're going to go to Styles and Colors. I'm not going to do any coloring. I just want to show you here real quick. As it loads. We go to Advanced. We're going to come up here to Header. All right. We're going to come down here to button bar. This is a button bar. And you can come in here and you can increase the text size. Okay, it increases the button size. That way it stands out. All right, it stands out. So just hit save. And everything saves here. You got your call button here. You got click here to text me up here. Anytime I put a button bar up here at top, I always put a call to action. Extremely important that this stand out. That's why it's up there. That's why you put it at the top. That's why you make it pop. That's why you make it happen. Okay? Any questions on that so far? The arrows? Yeah, anytime there's an arrow, for example, here, let's say that I wanted this button bar to be right below the image. All right, right below the image. I can put the button bar right below the image, right above the tab bar. All right. I can put it all the way down here on the bottom if I want to, right below the tab bar. But I like to put it where? I like to put it at the top, above the image, so that it pops. All right. So anytime you see an arrow right here, that's what you do. All right. Social media links. Your social media links go here. Anytime you have like Facebook, this would be like your Facebook page, your Twitter page URL. Go directly to your social media pages. Go directly to your social media pages and pull that link. Okay, pull that link. Sometimes if you'll click on a link and it has a whole bunch of stuff at the end of it. It'll have a whole bunch of numbers and stuff. Get a clean URL. For example, your Facebook page should be something like facebook.com/Carrie K. Miller, okay, or something like that. Make sure all the tracking information and all that stuff isn't in there. Tracking links are great, but I've used tracking links to track different things for tracking softwares, and it seems to mess the URLs up inside of this social media section. So keep all the tracking information and all that stuff down, if you will, okay? I mean, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Yelp, TripAdvisor. You can put a YouTube page here, but it doesn't look that great, okay? I mean, it just doesn't work out well if you put a YouTube page. This is usually for like their YouTube video, their spokesperson video, or something like that. All right. Addresses in Google Maps. My map doesn't show up, okay? If the map doesn't show up, it's because this button right here is not clicked. This is something that's usually missed. I don't know what causes it to unclick. 99% of the time, it'll be automatically clicked. But in this instance, and you can see I didn't unclick it, but it's already unclicked. If you don't see the map when you're testing, simply click that button right there, hit save, and the map will show. You go to contact us and you go to map, the map will show. All right. Any questions on the map? I probably get that 10 times a week. My map's not showing what did I do. You didn't do anything. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does. I mean, sometimes it's automatically clicked, sometimes it's not. So when you're putting your information in right here, and or you do it from the page where you do the templates, just make sure it's clicked. All right. Vcard is simply a downloadable card. You can't see it inside this platform because it needs to be done from a phone. But all you do is put the information in. That is the Vcard is actually a virtual card that goes into your phone's system. Your what do we call that? What do we call that in our phone? That's our phone book, I guess you would call it, or whatever it's called in a phone book. Is there a proper name for that? Or let's just say phone book. It's just a virtual card. Your contact list, your address book, your contacts. All right, thanks. I knew everybody would start throwing it out there real quick. So that will go into your contacts, your address book, or your contact list, or your phone book in your phone. When you open it up, when you click on that button, it's going to say download. It simply downloads as a vCard into the phone. Okay, a VCF file. It's called a VCF. It's .vcf. And it will download directly into your phone book, and you will have that information. And this is everything that goes in a phone book. Okay, I mean, all this data has fields in a phone book, fax number, all this stuff here. When you go in and build a app, okay, we'll go up here and create a new app real quick, and I'll show you. If you use the system here, all right, we'll create it from a template. We'll just pick any template, it doesn't matter. All of this data right here automatically fills in the vCard. Always always fill in, when you fill in this information and you put this data in here, it automatically fills out your vCard, all of your address data and everything. It puts everything in that you need to build everything right here. Your call us button, email us button, share us button, contact us button, the vCard, and your share web app information, and your Facebook and Twitter right down here. Now, they may have more information than these social media links in here, the Facebook and Twitter. If that happens, because sometimes they have Instagram and some other things, Google Plus. If they have that data, all you have to do is go into content, social media, and drop the social media links in right here. So if it's Instagram, HTTPS, Instagram.com, whatever your Instagram page is. Okay. All right, any questions at all? Any questions at all? That's all the questions I received. I want to make sure I got that out of the way. Next week, we're going to start on something else. We're going to start talking about building your business from home. We're going to start talking about going out and making sales. I've had a lot of questions of what do I say when I walk into a business. We're going to start talking about sales a little bit next week. We've been in the platform now for 3 weeks. We're going to get back out of that. We're going to start talking about actually getting off your butt, going out and knocking on doors and talking to people, sharing your business with the world. We've got a lot of new people. And you'll hear me say this often: get off your butt and go out and sell. It's not going to do it from your computer or your desk at home. And that's exactly how you have to do that. Any questions at all? How do you delete an app? Thank you for asking that question. I was going to show this tonight. Don't be afraid to go in and build apps. I mean, you've got 500 apps, you've got 100 apps, you've got 1,000 apps, whatever you have. Go in and build apps. I mean, if you're literally sitting at home doing nothing but watching I Love Lucy and or Shark Tank or whatever it is you're watching during the day and not working, sit down while you're doing that and practice building apps. And you can literally come in right here and delete it. Okay, I'm going to delete that app that I just built. It's gone. I've regained the app back. It's not used. And you get it back. Okay, you're not going to lose any apps for practicing. All right. Color test. This was last week. If I want to go in and delete that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit delete. And I'm done. Any more questions? Great question. Thank you for asking that question. Somebody said always good to put a pic in a Vcard picture. I'll show you how to do that real quick. It's just an icon that goes on your phone, in your phone book. Sometimes you'll put you can upload a picture in your phone book. You can do the same thing automatically here. I like to drop the icon from the upload image. Let me grab one real quick. And just grab an icon, a business icon here. Let's see here. Just upload an icon. You can see the iPhone preview is a circle for iPhones. The Android preview is a square. Hit submit, and it saves it. And that's how you put your little picture in there. It's great for branding. Great for branding. Always be branding. Always be branding. Any other questions? I'm not talking about deleting people's apps. I'm talking about deleting practice apps. Yeah, you can suspend an app. If someone doesn't pay you, just hit suspend. And when all their customers go to open the app, it's going to say it's been suspended. So if they go to the app, it says suspended on the app. Any other questions? Like I can suspend that up. Then if they don't pay me, I go back and delete it. The worst thing you can do is allow someone to keep a card that they're not paying for, because that will get around. Any other questions? Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. That's what we're here for. You know, the great thing is sometimes when we do training, it creates a lot of questions. I get a lot of questions during the week. I get a lot of phone calls. It says, hey, how do you do this or how do you do that? And that's how we all learn, right, is asking questions. So, and great questions tonight. Thanks for the delete question, because that was on my list of things to say and I forgot about it. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Next week, we're going to start talking about some sales and going out and being prepared and what you need to do and how you need to do it and how you need to close the deal. I'm going to show you a quick method to close the deal that will work about 90% of the time if you'll go out and do it. It is a deal closer, always has been a deal closer, and it opens people's eyes and makes them understand exactly what you are doing. I'm going to show you how to do that next week. And as I say, get off your butt, go out and make it happen. All right, everybody. Thanks. Have a great evening. Good night. God bless. And I will see you all next Wednesday.